My hot dog shirt. I was gonna wear my sweatshirt, but it's too hot.
It is too hot.
Yeah. That's chill.
It's chill.
That's chill. It's a chill look.
Thank you. I'm trying to be natural.
It looks natural.
Thank you.
Oh yeah.
We're live, baby.
We're live. We're in.
Oh, okay. We weren't live before, but now we are.
Yeah. Gosh damn. Is that cool? I think. No, that doesn't look natural. So.
Uh-oh. Perfect timing.
There we go. Yeah, we can get this episode started. That was a weird intro. Welcome to Basically Married, and we're dealing with some. We had to deal with some problems recently. Not in our relationship, because
just a couple of rats.
Just a couple of rats.
Dirty rats.
Dirty rats. You know, yeah, because living in the city, you'll see some rats, but we had a rat infestation outside of our apartment.
Yeah.
And then it's not like, because like I told my friends, Fry included, I was like, one night I was like, man, I'm dealing with this rat problem. It's so bad. And they were making fun of me.
Yeah, I thought he was being a baby.
Yeah, they're like,
no.
oh, it's like one rat. They're like, yo, just like, Logan's like, put gasoline down the hole.
I remember.
Fry was like, put bleach down the hole. I'm like, it's not one hole.
Yeah.
You don't
Brendann
understand.
said they were going to attack him. He was scared.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you guys set him off because I remember I was dead asleep that night. He comes back. He's like slurring his words because he's been drinking, and he's like,
That makes sense.
he's like, these rats. We gotta move. We gotta move. We're not paying rent. There's rats. And I was like, Brendann, we haven't had any rats inside. And he's like, they're gonna be inside soon. They're gonna be inside. I've got videos, and he shows me this dark ass video because it was like the middle of the night trying to get these rats.
Yeah.
Oh my god! But then like no, he was right. There was like what. 10 holes, and like
At
it would be
least.
like whack-a-mole. They were popping their heads out and stuff.
Like
and
we
they
would walk
Yeah.
into like our apartment door, because like our trash cans are like outside
in the front apartment area.
Yeah, they're like in the front lawn, and like you would see the rats like popping out of the trash cans,
Yeah.
and then they would like run back in these holes. There was like 10 to 12 holes at least.
Yeah.
And you could see them like looking out, and it was so bad.
It was so bad. And honestly, like, I am glad that you did get a little bit annoyed with it, because for me, I was just like, it is what it is. Oh, well, you know?
Yeah.
But I do, like, I can't even imagine if they ever get in the apartment.
Right.
Like, also, rats are a huge disease issue in Philly. Like, they actually made a vaccination for dogs, like, required, like a core vaccine for dogs based on the lepto disease that like you can get from rats.
Yeah.
And like I recently had a case where like they never actually came in, so I hope they're okay, but they were supposed to come in because their cat killed a rat, and then the next day they started to like look sick.
Oh.
And I'm like, oh no.
Could they have gotten like poisoned?
They could have gotten some type of disease. Ugh.
Yeah, so like it's not, like it is
Got to protect our
they're
fur
not good.
babies.
Yeah.
So if you want to know what to do, because we did get the rat situation handled, basically.
Yeah, but I had to email the landlord, because I was like, I guess everyone in the apartment was just expecting someone to complain, because we live in an apartment building.
I know.
And like there's multiple people that live there, and I guess nobody complained.
Unless they were complaining, but they didn't do what you did, and like the building was just like, oh, we'll put down another rat trap. Oh, we'll move the trash cans to a different little location. Like,
yeah. I mean, I hate to say it. I used AI to make my email complaint sound like very like lawyery. Like I hired a lawyer, basically. Yeah. To email, and like referred to like Philadelphia health codes and stuff. And laws, like it did. It was like
it sounded smart as hell.
It sounded very good, like
and
it
intimidating.
And it like it sounded very professional. I told you I sent it to my mom, because I was like, this is what I sent them.
And your mom believed that you wrote that yourself.
My mom believed I wrote it, and she was like, this is superb. I'm really proud of you.
It's like, oh, Brendann, you haven't been in a language arts class in 10, 15 years, and wow, somehow you've just been able to write this perfectly thought out letter.
My mom's thinking you should have been a lawyer. I knew it.
Thanks, Mom. I mean, all lawyers now are probably going to just be ChatGPT, you know?
Yeah, that's what my brother was saying.
Jesus.
Lawyers keep getting caught using AI. But yeah, it's so I sent that to them, and then they didn't email. Like, I asked them to email us back, telling us like,
what are your next steps? How are you going to deal with this?
But they didn't. But they ended up like taking out the trees, filling in the holes, and I guess they put poison down because we haven't seen the rats. But
yeah.
It was like...
But, like, how disrespectful.
Yeah.
Because, okay, there was another time where I thought somebody broke into the apartment basement. I had to call the cops, and then, like, the window was broken. Yeah, they did a sweep of the basement. I'm trying to call the emergency maintenance line because it's, like, after hours. Yeah. They don't pick up, so I'm emailing the landlords, and I'm like, hey, your emergency maintenance line didn't even work. Da-da-da-da. I never got any fucking response. And, like, they just sent a maintenance person out to, like, fix the window. But, like... Nobody responded to me. And that's basically how they're handling this rat situation.
Yeah.
So was it the rats that broke into the basement?
No. I mean, maybe they loosened the window a little bit because they're just boarded up windows.
Yeah.
But, like, it was completely popped off because, like, I came home, it was dark, and I was like, what's that light shining out from, like, the bottom of the building? And it was looking directly into our basement.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure a homeless person just popped it off and tried to get in.
Yeah, you could just sleep down there. And so... Like, of course, the fat cops show up, and they're like, no, nobody could have really fit under there. And I'm like, bro, you can't fit under there. But a tiny person, I could fit under there.
Yeah. Skinny person can definitely get in there.
Yeah.
I mean, they haven't been the best landlords for sure.
It's really true. Like, the grass is not greener on the other side because we thought our last landlord was terrible.
Yeah.
And, like, they at least responded. Where their fixes kind of half-assed, yeah.
Yeah.
But at least they responded, and, like, when they knew they did bad, they would, like, admit it and, like, you know, fix it and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, literally, who are we talking? Where are these emails going? They're just, like,
they're going into the void.
Into the void, but, like, somebody's seeing them because we're getting the shit fixed somehow. But...
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not staying there. Not staying there.
Yeah. I don't know.
I hate moving.
Yeah. I don't know. I just don't feel like we've had a good landlord. Is there such thing as a good landlord?
Right. We just need to invest in our own property.
You guys can move in here.
Yeah. I'm never having roommates again.
Roommates is tough.
Roommates is so hard.
We've had roommates.
You guys have lived with other people?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. When we first... graduated college, we moved in my parents' place for a year
because they were moving out, but they didn't sell the house yet.
And I convinced a bunch of my friends to move in with us.
Yep, I was the only girl.
How was that, Megan?
It was fine, actually. Like, roommates wise, everybody was pretty chill, and there was enough space.
Yeah.
But it was still very weird.
I mean, I just didn't like it because I was in between, like, my parents complaining and then my friends complaining. You know, like, I was the buffer. So my friends would bitch about something, and then...
Yeah, you became the landlord, kind of.
Yeah, exactly. And then... and, like, both complaints were valid. Like, my mom would sometimes show up without, like, telling anybody.
Yeah, that's annoying.
Right. And then... My parent, you know, and then like my buddy was also putting out his cigarettes on the side of the house, and my parents complained about that, and like, and that's a valid complaint because like, what the fuck are you doing? You know, like, so it was just like it was kind of annoying.
That only lasted a year.
Yeah, thank God.
Because then everybody
just like decided to
leave.
Yeah, that ended in disaster because like everybody decided to leave.
Oh my gosh. And then we let your parents know, and literally like a week in, they were like, well, the house is sold, get the fuck out. And we were like, what the hell?
They sold the house in like 2 weeks, and it was, and then everyone's like, what? And we're like, I don't know what to tell you. Like,
and we were like, let's move to Philly. All right.
Yeah, that's how we made our decision to move to Philly real quick.
It worked out.
Yeah, everybody figured it out, but it was, it was kind of nuts.
Who's your landlord?
It's a good agency.
Agency? Okay. Yeah, same with ours.
Yeah. Do you think that's better? Have you ever had like an individual person?
No. Not that I was in contact with, no.
Yeah.
Yeah. But your dad's been technically, right? You live...
Yeah. I mean, that's whatever. I mean, that was kind of like similar to what you guys were saying.
Yeah.
But it was me and my girl.
Oh, was it?
You lived with a girl?
Yeah.
How was that?
Horrible.
She didn't let you goon?
No gooning. I wasn't allowed to goon.
That sucks. Yeah, I do wonder, because when we were like touring apartments the first time, there was like that. Do you remember that old man? And he owned the building. And we were viewing the apartment with another couple who was like, "Oh, we love it. We're so quiet."
Oh, yeah, I remember
and we were
that.
like really young, so they were like definitely throwing shade at us, trying to make us seem like we were gonna be partying and stuff.
Yeah. And we're like, we don't even like this apartment. Like,
It
stop
was
fucking being so thirsty.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, I hope they died.
I
hope
just
they're dead.
remember they had
They were old. Fuck them. I don't care.
yeah, the
They're
bathroom
so
had
fucking
like
assholes.
rust on the bathroom.
It wasn't
like,
even that
yuck.
good of an apartment. Like it was like not that.
It was
and
not great.
It was also 3 stories up, and they were old as fuck. And I'm like, okay, you guys are gonna climb 3 stories up. Like, fuck you.
You're gonna have a heart attack.
Enjoy the apartment. Like,
And then we ended up getting a 3 stories up.
yeah, but we were fucking 22, right? Like 23, 24.
Yeah.
Like whatever, you know, for our early 20. Like these people were like in their 50s.
Yeah.
Like,
Such assholes.
And they were assholes. They're like, we'll never. Yeah, we're very quiet. We're very respectful. Like, shut up.
I should have been like, I promise we won't die on your property. We won't sue you if we fall down the steps and break a hip.
Yeah. Yeah, we won't be really annoying about everything.
Yeah.
Like,
Man.
these people definitely will be.
I wish I had that gumption back then.
I know. Seriously.
Wait, so I learned something interesting last night.
Yeah, me and Fry were at Ruba.
We were at the bar.
Yeah.
Brendan started talking about one of his jokes about him getting pegged. You wanting to peg him? And I always just thought it was a joke. I thought it was I just never...
Do you want to say the joke in case people haven't heard it?
Yes, sure. I say, I've been with my girlfriend for this many years, and she wants to peg me, and I'm like, should I let her? And then there's always a woman that goes, yeah, and I'm like, there's feminism. And I do some crowd work, but like basically I say, why? I asked my girlfriend why, because there's no physical sensation in it for you. And Megan goes, power, Yeah.
Yeah. And everybody thought this wasn't real, but hell yeah.
I never even thought it was I just thought it was a joke.
It's definitely a power move. Like,
and you genuinely want to do that to him.
For power, yeah. It's usually when I feel like he's like exerting his male dominance in some choice or other, and I'm like, you know what'll get back at him.
It's crazy.
Brendan, how do we make this happen?
I don't want it to happen.
I'm a respectable person. If you say no, no means no.
And that's consent.
And that's consent for you. You're welcome.
Okay, but I want to figure out how we can make it happen. How can we turn that no to a yes?
I think the only way you're going to get him to agree is social pressure. You guys all have to get pegged by somebody and be like, this is so great.
It's so cool.
This is so fun. Brendan, you should give it a try, because he will cave. He will cave.
Yeah, we got him to change his pants.
That's why his pants are so big. Exactly.
Fuck.
He's like, shit, that would work.
Pegging's so cool, and you come so hard.
Oh my
God.
Brendan, come on, you need to... Wait, so who's the dom?
What do you mean?
Does that mean she's the dom?
In that situation, I feel like that gives us
Just in
power.
general,
Definitely.
I feel like if you want to peg him, I feel like she's always the dom in my head.
Nah. I think we're pretty equal. We don't have to get into any details.
Sorry. Not so much.
Fry just wants to really dig deep into
I just want this to be a sex podcast.
I think you're going to have to find other people.
I want this to be Call Her Daddy, but it's just Call Her Married.
I feel like that's every woman's, especially white woman's, like goal in any relationships is to eventually peg her boyfriend or husband.
I think it's ever since we got the right to vote, Our next step of power is to peg.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's just historically, you haven't let us do anything, and now we want to do everything.
You want,
you know? And I don't think you should blame us. I think you guys can only look in the mirror at yourselves.
Wow.
And say, okay. Okay.
Gotta let her do it. No, I don't know. Oh man, it's just gonna hurt.
We don't need to talk. Well, okay. What if somebody convinced you like it won't hurt?
If someone convinced me,
yeah, like do you think
it's not that bad? It's not that bad,
dude.
Right.
It's just like. I just don't think I'm gonna it's just like going to war, you know? Like I'm gonna come back changed, you know? Like I'm not gonna come back. I'm gonna leave the bedroom like a different man, you know? Like
somebody's gonna lift something up that's like a banana or something. You're just gonna have flashbacks.
I'm good. I'm fine. I don't want, yeah. PTSD, you know?
I mean, if you let me, I feel like my whole personality would change too. I'd just be like, I feel like I would just be like,
what if you're like
super confident and like, and I'd just be like, yeah, right, isn't it right?
Yeah, you start fucking like putting your arm around me, like
I grip the back of your neck. I'm like,
She starts opening the doors for you.
Yeah. Yeah. Just,
all right, babe, I'm gonna go
buy
work.
a motorcycle.
Yeah.
You make me ride on the back.
I think I'm about working in construction. I'm gonna go build us some shelves. All right.
We do need shelves. That would be sick.
Well, we'll get my sister's husband to build us shelves because he's building her a bunch of. He's a carpenter and he built her own closet and is fucking sick.
Brendan's a vet. Like you went to the army or something. You can't build a shelf.
He cannot.
What the fuck?
I know how to use tools better than him.
I can buy like this, like an IKEA shelf and put it together.
I know how to add things to cart.
Yeah.
Buy something.
But I don't have the equipment to like build a shelf. I don't have like power tools.
Yeah.
Saw.
What do you think they're doing? You think you're chopping down a tree and cutting it all?
You gotta buy wood and then you gotta like cut it and
custom shelf.
Yeah.
First you gotta grow the tree and then you have to chop it down.
No, but you have to buy wood and like fucking. Never mind. I'm not. We're not talking about.
I'm not going to explain how to build things.
I'm not explaining it to Fry like he builds shelves either. Like, what are we talking?
I used to do cabinets and windows and stuff.
Yeah, at a place probably with all the.
Yeah, but no one builds furniture like that. No one goes to Home Depot and buys 2x4s.
My grandfather does.
Yeah, his grandfather does.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing.
So he's.
Hey, that's not what I'm with. I'm not with you for the shelves.
And I guarantee my grandfather's never gotten pegged.
I don't know about that. We're not going to talk about that. That's disrespectful to your grandfather.
Yeah, I heard Pop-Up doesn't listen to this.
I doubt it.
He's like, I started listening to your podcast while I'm building stuff in my basement.
Yeah.
He says dirty jokes, though. He might enjoy it.
He does. He's been on a little bit of a spree lately.
Yeah, it's like a little too many jokes.
Yeah, I kind of love it, though.
Yeah, does your family like run jokes by you since you're a comedian?
So, yeah, sometimes they will say some stuff.
Yeah, they'll try to be funny.
Yeah.
They'll try.
Yeah.
Does your family watch this?
Sometimes.
His siblings do, I know that.
Yeah, some of them.
Do you worry about that?
No. Occasionally, I do.
I think Megan does more than they.
Yeah.
I
mean, they know Brendan's a freak.
Okay, what the fuck?
They've known him his whole life.
They know. They have known me my whole life. That's
yeah,
fair.
they know you're a freak.
I'm not a freak. What do you say?
Yeah, what do you mean a freak? Why is he a freak?
I'm not a freak.
Because what we talk about.
That makes you're equal freak.
I know, and they're finding out through the podcast.
Oh, Gotcha.
They just thought I was autistic before. Now I'm an autistic freak.
Who wants to beg him?
For power, guys, for power. And
for women
for
everywhere.
if I could give advice to his siblings, it would be peg for power, all right?
Not for pleasure.
Not for pleasure.
Peg for power.
Peg for power.
You should start a campaign.
I'm running for president, and my campaign slogan is peg for power.
Peg for power.
Hey, we can do anything now in America, right? With the way things are going, we can say whatever we want, do whatever we want. The president can.
Power to the people.
Power to the pegger.
Power to the peggers.
What's the other question you had for us, by the way?
This is just random thought I had. How often do you guys kiss? Do you guys like kiss and hug every time you say bye and stuff like that?
Actually, we don't do that a lot.
I've never seen you guys kiss. That's why I thought that.
Yeah, well, we don't do
I'm
a
not
lot
a
of
big
PDA.
PDA person.
Yeah.
As somebody who was a third wheel for a long time in her friend's relationship, I was just like, they would make out in front of me while we were all three hanging in the living room, supposed to be hanging out watching a movie. They'd just be making out, and I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah. So I didn't want to ever be like that, so I'm not going to.
Yeah, but like I feel like I see you guys like wave to each other.
Yeah.
Like you'll leave here, and I'll be like, all right, bye. And then that's it. No, like hugs, not even a little kiss. I don't know.
Well, now I feel like you just want that from us, and that's a little creepy, Fry.
Yeah, I'm trying to cuck.
Yeah, dude, Fry.
Yeah. See, we don't want to give the cucks what they want.
Yeah. Fry just wants to watch.
Fry's too obsessed with her intimacy.
No, I mean, I think we
save it for home.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we've never been big on PDA. Or
if you ever see me doing PDA, though,
Megan's
I'm drunk.
Hammered.
I'm hammered. Get me home.
Yeah, it's time to leave.
Yeah, because that's when I start like smacking your butt, smacking your butt.
On my face a little bit.
No.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just not how we are.
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you think it's because we started dating like so young and like Fry, you have not heard this. After we started, hooking up for real, I just was snuggling him a little bit more on the couch, hanging out with his family, and his dad immediately knew that we had fucked. Like he called him out on it like later that night. He's like, so are you guys having sex?
That's probably what it is.
That probably is it. I'm
That's
like scarred for life.
why.
I'm like, all I did, I remember because we were like laying on the couch and all I did was put my one leg over his leg.
Yeah.
And suddenly his dad was like, they're fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For real. My dad was like, are you guys having sex? And like, I was like.
How did he say it though? Was it like, what the hell? Or was it like, fuck yeah?
No. It was the first one.
Yeah.
It was the first. And I always thought he'd be like, all right. Like, kind of like cool, But like, he was actually a good parent. So he was like, all right, well,
don't get her pregnant.
Kind of, yeah. He was like, you're using protection, and he's like, you better not be having sex here in my house. That's what he said.
No sex here.
Never.
Yeah.
Actually, no, because it was like always too scary to do anything there.
Yeah, because like I had so many like little siblings, so he was just But
don't worry, Dad. It's just in Megan's basement.
But yeah, my dad caught it right away. He was
that was scary because you called me or texted me that night, like after I left, and you're like,
my dad knows.
Yeah, and, okay, like back then my anxiety was really bad, and then you just like had a really bad delivery of all news regarding your family. You're like, I gotta tell you something, and I was like, what? My dad knows. I was like, what? He knows what? It was like so scary. He knows we're having sex, and I was like, what? How?
Oh my god. It's like you were an adult, like you were 18. I was like like it's not even like that big a deal. Like we're adults. I was in the army. Like what the fuck? Like what the fuck? Like why are we so?
Your dad's just really good at intimidating people.
I know, it's ridiculous.
In my head, I thought like 15 or something.
No, that's what
exactly.
I mean.
We were adults.
I got got done basic training.
That's wild.
I got done shooting.
No,
yeah. I I literally learned how to shoot an M16 before I had sex. And I was intimidated because my dad, yeah.
Yeah, like what was he gonna do? Hindsight 2020, what was he gonna do?
Nothing.
Nothing. But he's really good at making you think he'll do something.
Yeah. It's fucking ridiculous.
It's so funny.
Yeah. But that's it. I think we're good. Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's our time.
But that's been our podcast, and I don't know. That was fun.
Yeah. Remember, peg for power.
Peg for power.
Peg for power.
Peg, dude. If my dad finds out I'm getting pegged, though, that's.
Well, you're not because he won't let me. So let's
yeah.
Let's clarify.
Maybe that's why I don't want to. My dad finds out.
I promise I won't tell. All right, done.